Evaluating the three-team de'Aaron Fox trade, did the Spurs succeed in strengthening Victor Wembanyama's supporting cast? As if the NBA weekend wasn't already chaotic enough, Sunday night delivered one final blockbuster, a three-team trade shaking up multiple rosters. The San Antonio Spurs secured former All-Star point guard de'Aaron Fox without parting with rookie Stephon Castle or the 2025 first-round pick they own from Atlanta, according to ESPN. The full trade details are as follows: Spurs receive de'Aaron Fox, Jordan McLaughlin. Kings receive Zach LaVine, City Sissoko, 3 first-round picks, 2025 from Charlotte, 2027 from San Antonio, 2031 from Minnesota, 3 second-round picks, 2025 from Chicago, 2028 from Denver, and their own 2028 selection. Bulls receive Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and their 2025 first-round pick, previously held by San Antonio. Spurs big winners in the deal. San Antonio comes out on top in this trade. While they did sacrifice some valuable draft assets, including the Minnesota pick acquired in last year's Rob Dillingham deal, their key young pieces remain intact, and they still hold a potential high lottery pick from Atlanta. Fox immediately slots in as the team's new floor general, likely sharing responsibilities with Chris Paul, who will take on more of a mentor role as Fox and Victor Wembanyama develop their chemistry. The Fox-Wembanyama duo is poised to be a nightmare for opposing defenses from the jump, especially on offense. With this addition, the Spurs could realistically position themselves for a playoff push in 2025. Kings, a solid return, but questions remain. For Sacramento, context is crucial. The Kings landed the second-best player in the deal, lavine, who has become one of the league's most underrated scorers. lavine had long been rumored as a Kings target, but last offseason, they opted for another former Bulls star in demar derozan. His arrival raises some concerns, as lavine and derozan previously struggled to maximize their effectiveness together in Chicago. Still, Sacramento's haul of draft capital significantly bolsters their long-term flexibility. Acquiring a hyper-efficient 24-point scorer and a stockpile of picks is a strong outcome, especially considering they were in a tough position with Fox.in terms of value. This deal is difficult to grade below an A. However, if the Kings fail to capitalize on those picks, that assessment could shift in the future. Bulls, the clear losers. In any three-team trade where two franchises emerge as winners, someone has to take the fall, and in this case, it's Chicago. The Bulls regained their own 2025 first-round pick, previously held by the Spurs with top 10 protection, but beyond that, their return is underwhelming. Collins, Jones, and Huerter are all serviceable players but far from game-changers. Essentially, the Bulls failed to secure a single significant asset for the second-best shooting guard in franchise history. Given their track record of questionable trade negotiations, this isn't exactly shocking. The only reason this deal isn't a complete disaster for Chicago is the potential silver lining in the 2025 draft. With their roster now weaker, the Bulls could find themselves in prime position to land a generational talent like Cooper Flagg. If that happens, this trade might just end up being a blessing in disguise.